Good morning. Today is Sunday, October 31st, 2021. Happy Halloween, everyone, and welcome to Column Hinge. We're located halfway between Death Valley and Las Vegas, halfway between Joshua Tree and Area 51 in the Mojave Desert of the Southwest United States.
Good morning, everyone. The ancient magic ritual you're about to experience is unique in the world. Written and performed from the first-person perspective of Jesus of Nazareth. This rite comes from the Bruce Codex, an ancient Christian document rediscovered in Egypt in 1769, containing the secret magic that Jesus taught to his disciples in two lost books of the Bible, the first and second books of Yahweh. The rite we're performing this morning comes from the first book of Yahweh and is called the Opening of the Treasury of Light. I'm Reverend David Griffin.
I'm Reverend Leslie McQuade.
And this is the Lost Magic of Jesus Revival.
The sun is the dispenser of light to the earth. May the living light of the God Force inflame our souls with abundant life.
Our destiny lies amongst the stars, and to the stars humanity shall ascend.
Take a nice deep breath and feel into your body. Breathe deeply. Feel each breath as it moves into you, and follow that breath as it spreads throughout your body. As you are breathing deeply and feeling deeply into each and every part of yourself, visualize yourself as the tree of life, however it is you imagine that tree to be, and grow your branches up high into alpha sky. Drive your roots down deep into omega earth. I call on you in the east, alpha. I call on you in the west, omega. I call on you in the north, alpha. I call on you in the south, omega.
Alpha
Et omega.
The beginning
And the end.
and the path of the age between, sunrise
And sunset.
and the path of the sun between, birth
And death.
and the path of life between, Alpha.
Omega.
IAOE. This morning, once again, we'll be opening the 21st Treasure of Light. We begin first by reaching out to the angels in the invisible and calling upon the angels. Angels of the 21st Treasure of Light, attend. Watchers, we know your names, so stand aside and grant us entry into the Treasury of Light. Ozaz. Ozaz. Elwes. Elwes. Azaias. Azaias. Let the watchers withdraw, and let us enter into the 21st Treasury of Light. And there are 12 heads in my Father's treasury, and these are the names that are in the places when they sing praises to my Father, and he gives light power to them. Zo zo ze'ai. Zo zo ze'ai. Zohozai. Zohozai. Dozazaksai. Dozazaksai. Naoza iai. Naoza iai. Marazaz. Marazaz. Ozaez. Ozaez. Ozaya. Ozaya. Oza, Oza. Oza, Oza. Oshos, Oza. Oshos, Oza. Azaiaos. Azaiaos. Naiaozaza. Naiaozaza. Anazaz. Anazaz. So we completed our journey through the places. Invoking each of the 12 mighty angels' head in its proper place and proper rank, until at length we came into the place of the middle, called place of the midst, the place of the center, the place of the Father of the treasure of light. O Father of the 21st treasure of light, by your cipher and by your name, we invoke you, Oazi Ai. Oazi Ai. Let the divine light descend. It is the intention of this ritual and our fervent prayer to establish human freedom worldwide.
Establish human freedom worldwide.
Abolish slavery in all its forms.
Abolish slavery in all its forms.
And establish a pro-human future.
Establish a pro-human future.
Restore the purity of our air.
Restore the purity of our air.
Of our water.
Restore the purity of our water.
Of our food.
Restore the purity of our food.
And our medicines.
Restore the purity of our medicines.
Restore the integrity of our elections.
Restore the integrity of our elections.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
And protect the integrity of our species' genetic code.
Protect the integrity of our species' genetic code.
All of these things we ask in the name of the living Jesus. Amen.
Amen. So mote it be. Take a moment now to again feel into your body. This ancient magical rite we are doing together helps you experience more God Force energy. As you experience more God Force energy, so you are better able to relax and have a good time. That's because relaxing and having a good time is an important part of being a human being. Without relaxation and enjoyment, we wither and die. We develop illnesses, cancers, and we die from stress and strain and overwork. That's why holy days are so important. Days that we set aside our human concerns and concern ourselves with the divine. Halloween started out as a day like that. It started out as a time to celebrate harvest season. And what made Halloween so frightening was because for children it was frightening. It's when the slaughter happened. You see, we finished with the grain harvest. That all finishes in October. But now we're coming into November, just before winter. And now is the time for the herd to be culled. Anyone who owns livestock knows that you have to measure how much food do you have to feed the animals to get them through winter. Really, you only need enough breeding stock to see you through the hard time. And the rest, why, they need to be slaughtered so that you can eat them and so that there's enough food for the breeding stock to continue. Of course, this was a scary time for children. All the baby animals that they'd grown to love over the season were being killed, chopped up, guts and blood everywhere. But that's what harvest is. That's what slaughter is. All those who eat meat, who participate in harvest, understand this great mystery. Our ancestors understood this mystery, and this is why we have the importance of blessing our food. This is why we bless our food, because our food used to be our friend, our pet when we were a child, and the little calf. I had a calf. This happened to me when I was young. I could have only been 7 or 8, and my grandparents bought a heifer. It was beautiful. It was a red one with a white face and white belly, absolutely perfect red color. Gosh, it was a beautiful steer. And they had it in a beautiful pen and fed it the best food, all kinds of good food, organic alfalfa and hand-cut grasses from all over the property. And I made the mistake of naming that cow. I named it Keith, and I went out and petted it and fed it buttercups. Then Halloween came, and the slaughter came. And then it was Thanksgiving, and I'd been missing Keith because I didn't live at my grandparents'. And I said, gee, what happened to Keith? I loved that cow. And my grandfather smiled at me, and he said, happy Halloween, granddaughter. Keith is on your plate. And I was amazed, and I was horrified, but I was already half through the steak, and I'd loved it. And that's when I came to understand that mystery, the mystery of why we bless our food. We bless our food because our food is precious to us, not just because it keeps us alive, but because once it too was alive. And we respect life, and we understand what it means when life passes. And yet we also understand, because we are adults, we are grown-up human beings, that we were all given a death sentence when we arrived in this plane. Every single thing that is born will die. Everything that lives will cease to live. And this is painful. This is a great mystery, how we as human beings survive this process. How is it that we, seemingly unique amongst all animals, have the capacity to survive death, not in the flesh, but in the spirit? This is what consciousness brings. Yes, being aware of death and the pain of death, it is, in fact, sometimes horrific, like now at Halloween, like the time of the slaughter. But this is the natural course of life here on earth, and death brings with it many lessons. Probably the most important lesson is not to procrastinate. Do everything you want to do now, because tomorrow may not be. Death is a gift that we were all given when we arrived, and although we don't see it as a gift, we must understand that it is, because so much is learned in this process. And this is what Halloween actually speaks to. And as you go out with family and friends, enjoying the bounty of Halloween, all the sweets and the candies and the parties and the enjoyment, remember that originally this was to soothe our souls after a difficult, difficult harvest. So happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you enjoy the holy day, and I hope you spend it with family and friends doing what's important, filling yourselves up with God force.
Happy Halloween. Thank you, Leslie, for that beautiful and inspiring message. If you'd like to know more about the lost magic of Jesus, be sure to drop by our website at alphaomega.church. That's alphaomega.church. And while you're there, we invite you to download our free ebook that gives you the beginnings of the lost magic of Jesus system, and also to use our prayer wall. Leave your prayer together with ours. We bring the prayers daily to the angels out here. So thanks again for coming out. We really appreciate your being here and congregating with us on in this beautiful outdoor temple, in this church not made with hands. So we will be here with you and for you with sunrise service again tomorrow morning. And until then, have faith and expect a miracle.
And until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, may the God force run strong within you. And, as always, may your magics work better than expected.